It's about nothing but the time. Blitz, Bama, blitz.
Give me Alabama to break
When somebody takes what's yours, and this is our game, it's our time, and here's the guy's trying to take it from us, so that makes this shit personal.
What's up, Bama Nation? It is JT here, guys, host of Talk'N Bama. I got my boys with me, Herb and Domo. And man, what a game last night. Alabama versus LSU. Didn't disappoint. The Tide pulled it out 20-9. That game had a lot of ups and downs. Both sides of the really one side of the ball more than both sides of the ball. But it wouldn't be the one you guessed either, guys. And if y'all are joining us tonight, thank y'all so much. Jay Walker in here with us. Miss Latoya in here. Roll Tide to everybody in the comments. Tell a friend to tell a friend about the podcast, guys. Herb, how you feeling tonight, man?
We were asked this before. I don't know how I feel. I honestly I was disappointed yesterday. And then there's the people who are like, you got to celebrate wins. It's a tough stretch, that you came off of, coming off a bye. But man, was that not frustrating? Was that just?
And that's the
if
thing,
I had any hair, I would be pulling it out.
Yeah, and that's the thing, though. Looking like that, coming off a bye is what I didn't like. So, yeah.
Yeah, coming off the bye, it does raise some questionable, like what happened. I read something earlier online. Obviously, everybody reads stuff online. We got that man Hunter in here joining us too. But when I was reading this, the dude made a great thing. He said, you caught Bama still asleep on the bye on offense, but the defense is on fire, and they still pulled the game out without the best unit of what we've seen so far this year, even doing their thing yet. And then somebody said in the second half, the team just don't show up. The offense don't show up. Or not the defense. The offense don't show up. And I can somewhat agree. I don't know if we get stagnant. I don't know what happens. But I will say this. I'm glad we haven't had that full four-quarter game yet because it's going to happen. And when it does, it's going to be in the playoffs, and somebody's going to reap that. Don't know who yet, but that game is going to happen. And I think when we do, it's going to be good. What's up, Ben? Roll Tide, everybody. Jay Walt says he thinks the team is tired. I think so, too. But at the same time, bye week, we got to set up. We got a lot of stuff coming up here, guys. We're going to kick it off tonight with a full Alabama LSU recap, guys. And Jay Collins will be joining us here shortly, guys. I think he's running late right now. We'll keep the show going, guys. Y'all make sure y'all comment. Keep everything flowing in here with us tonight, guys. And if you're joining us on X, if you're joining us on our YouTube channel, that's great. If you're joining us on X, make sure you come over to the YouTube channel, RollTide_Nation, and subscribe to the channel, guys. We're going to get right into it. As we get into it tonight, Alabama LSU recap, guys, did not disappoint at all. And I think there's a lot of ways to look at this game right here. And I think that's where we can go with Domo and Herb. I want to know what y'all's takeaways, okay? Did Bama prove something to this win, or did we raise more questions with this win? And you guys break that down in your own words. We'll let Herb kick us off tonight. Herb, tell me how you feel.
I think this is another one of those games where it's good that we've been battle tested because you can tell, like, even when the offense isn't clicking, if we're at a spot where, all right, we could use something here, we'll get it. I'm probably say what a million people are going to say. They've got to fix something with the line and the run game. I don't know how long you can go with smoke and mirrors. And, you're telling me against Ohio State, like, this kind of stuff's going to work no matter what you think about them, schedule, whatnot. But get your better teams in the playoffs, a repeat of Georgia. Like, is this stuff really going to work? Those are the things that scare me long term. But we're going to end this one on a positive. Man, the defense, somebody tried to say so. We had our show last night. Somebody tried to slander the defense. Look, I said, no. Look, there are times that they're going to frustrate you. I get you. There's always going to be one or two big runs, and we got, a couple drops helped us out. But the defense is keeping us in this, each and every game. They're forcing more turnovers. Hill Green kind of popped up the last 2-3 games. Somebody who we talked about in the offseason and then kind of disappeared. My first memory of him was stopping that fake punt from Missouri. And it's like all of a sudden he ignited and dudes just everywhere all of a sudden, So defense is it's been balling, especially considering we have so many drives and we're not getting anything done on offense to where the defense is hopping right back out there. Yeah. They're still getting it done. So I think they're giving us a chance in every one. And as offensively, like you could just tell some is not right with Ty at times, and several deep balls. The deep balls were there this time with several overthrown to Bernard. So I don't know if it's the O-line stuff, the running back stuff. I don't know, but something's got to be fixed on there. But, man, shout out to the defense. Shout out to Womack. All the slander he's been getting. They've been doing their thing.
Yes. He said, Big Daddy Kane.
Yeah.
He said, Roll Tide. D's playing like number one team in the country. I agree, too. That defense. Hey, Hunter said it right here. Our Achilles heel has been rushing this year. Teams rushing on us. 59 yards rushing right there for the team. And one of those plays was a 37-yard rush, too. That was a play where they got a 37-yard banger on us. And I think that should play a role in that 59 yards rushing right there. Domo, kind of keep this train rolling right here for us, man. You tell me, did this prove something for Bama, or did this raise more questions on the back end for Bama right here in this game?
I will say that it's proven that in close games, Alabama isn't gonna flinch. Well, like you said, there was never a doubt in my mind that we weren't gonna win the game. But I mean, like Herb said, bro, we're just getting battle tested. And defensively we played great. Like you can't really. Every single week, this defense is going up against a different test, like a different style of offense, and they just answer the call every single weekend, and they are getting better and better. I mean, guys are flying around, like Herb said, we're getting turnovers, pass rush is picking up. Yanze had 2 more sacks last night. I think our
and a forced fumble and a forced fumble.
I think that the trio of linebackers that we have is really the strongest unit on the defense right now with Lawson, Jefferson, and Hill Green. Like, those guys are balling. So defensively, bro, they played great. This is a championship level defense that we have right now. Offensively, listen. Pretty soon you're gonna get to Atlanta. You're gonna get to the playoff, right? And teams are gonna bite down on that passing game. I'm sorry, but they are.
Yeah.
We're gonna play a lot of good defenses and secondaries that know, like, Alabama is looking very one-dimensional right now. So if you can stop the receivers that we have on the outside and force Alabama to run the football, that's where I think we're gonna have problems. Because like Herb said, I don't know how long it's gonna take us to figure this run game out, but you're getting towards that time of the season where you're going to need something other than the air game, So hopefully they get it together. I know they will. I know they're going to play 4 quarters of football sometime here soon, but it needs to start happening like right now. So,
yeah. I agree. It does.
Honestly, real quick, the out of the LSU, Oklahoma, and Auburn, this might be the worst defense. I think it's only getting tougher from here. So it's something's got to get fixed on that side.
That boy said Bray for the Heisman.
Dude, he took that slander against Florida State. He took that personally. Like, every single hit from this point on is to erase game 1.
Hey, and Bray dropped the pick.
He did. Straight through his hands, bro. Yeah. Straight through his hands, man. Yeah. And to allude to this right here, I do think maybe Riley Hill needs a little bit more burn. I get what you're saying there.
Yeah.
But pass protection, Jam is just unbelievable back there, too. And this O-line, the way it is, your running back damn sure has to be able to block. Because he's going to have to pick up a guy or two, because when they see this O-line on tape, they're going to send guys. They're going to test this line.
Can I just say this? So you remember the play where Harold Perkins blitzes and Jam Miller picks him up, but Harold Perkins just so happens to take a swipe at the ball, and that's the Ty Simpson fumble. I think that was a great pickup by Jam Miller, okay? I think Jam gave Ty at least an extra second or two to decide what he wanted to do or just get rid of the ball. So I just want to give a shout out to Jam for that.
Yeah, Domo, y'all can't talk about the run game no more on
Yeah,
Bama
bro.
Blueprint. Y'all are banned from topics on
bro.
Bama Blueprint with run game.
Yes.
Let's see how we do
Yes.
next week with the run game. Look, let us not talk about it. In the first play of the game, 75-yard rush play. I'm gonna call y'all on the phone.
Yes.
And be
You're
like,
right, bro.
I'm gonna call you. We're going live
man.
right then.
No more.
Yeah, you're right, bro.
more.
You're right. And we better talk about the run game, bro. So it's
Yeah.
Couple weeks ago.
And to your point,
Go ahead.
point, JT, on that, we was listening to the sharpshooters on theirs last night. And they said something you just said right there. People have seen like the tapes and the all 22s. Like Daniel Hill's just not good in pass protection. Yeah. And so that's really what's kept him from getting out there. And last year we heard a lot about that with Haynes and even Jam at times. That's why certain guys weren't getting burned, was because the pass pro wasn't where it needed to be. And you can almost even just speculate Richard Young just must be terrible at it, because that man's on a milk cart somewhere. So he see a linebacker, he must dive the other direction, because I can't figure out.
And he was doing good kind of to see. He was a starter starting the year out. Like I don't, but things happen, guys, that we don't know about as much, especially when it comes to the pass protection, stuff like that. And you can look at in all, like I say this I'm going to quote actually JJ Watt, so nobody thinks that I'm just saying this to say this. Okay. JJ Watt, NFL legend, Wisconsin legend, right? He went to Wisconsin, right?
Yeah.
Am I thinking right?
Yeah.
All right, I don't know why I'm thinking Nebraska. They're the same colors. Either way, that man was on Pat McAfee's show and said this the other day. You cannot pull out whatever film you think you want to and grade a player by watching the film, because you do not know, unless you have their positions coach and their coordinator coach over there to tell you what their scheme was. What if his scheme was to let the guy run free? I'm not saying they're going to do that, but what if that was it? Like, and then you go judging them based on what you think. That's why I say, before you go watching these other people grade people on stuff like that, that's too deep for me, because you can't do that unless you have their offense coordinator there to do it, to know the assignment. It's kind of weird, and that's coming from JJ Watt, not just myself right there. So don't think that's me making this up out of left field. And I wholeheartedly agree with that. So, but the Alabama LSU recap, when you're looking at that, guys, we talked about the run game, and it's kind of been inconsistent for the time. It's been inconsistent for many of reasons, in my opinion. You could say the offensive line, but hell, you can also say that we don't know what damn hole to run in. We don't know what formation to line in on 4th and 1.
Yeah.
We're 5 yards off the ball at 4th and 1.
Yeah.
Like, get under center. That one about sent me. Too early in the game.
2 plays to get 1 yard, and we don't get it. That's just unacceptable.
Boy, yes. And then, like, the thing was, on that, go back and watch 4th and 1.
Yeah.
And like I say, I'm not doing the whole grade thing here like that. I'm saying watch the play. Look to the left as soon as they say hi. Look to the quarterback's left. All you had to do was go boom and just fall and first down. So that's one that got me, man. That's the one that got me. So, guys, we're going to move on to the next topic, guys, tonight, and we got a good one right here. The offensive struggling to find a rhythm, okay?
Yeah.
And it is struggling to find a rhythm, guys. Sometimes we come out, we can score 17 points. Boom, 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 3 drives, and then don't score no more rest of the game. Till the fourth quarter, when we need a fatal touchdown with 7 seconds left, we'll go score.
Yeah,
we'll get. I don't know how this happens, but this offense tends to do this. So let's talk about offense for a second. Herb, I'll start with you on this one. What do you think is holding back this group right now? Is it play calling, execution, chemistry? Maybe. Maybe, I don't know about chemistry for the O line here, but I mean we're 10 games in, about 10 games in, and a loss. We're 10 games in and already have an L. So we have learned, But what do you think it is for the offense struggling to find the rhythm?
It's like, do I want to take all those points because every single one of them was valid? You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like
I got Damo's own. You can do whatever you want with this. I got Damo's own thing after this.
Okay. Well, I do think, man, it's just like a combination of a lot of things. Okay, the O-line doesn't help at times, but I don't agree with having rotation this late in the year. Rotations are for like the spring and summer, maybe game 1 or 2. You don't get to game 10 and you're still all right. Now who's playing next to me at this point? Like that just doesn't make sense. So I don't like that. The play calling, sometimes we get way too cute and we just don't simplify things. Look, man, if Daniel Hill's our best back and he's terrible at pass pro, bring a tight end. Keep him in there, get some better protection, get Daniel Hill in a route, or just there. To me, there's just other like the problems that we're saying weren't problems that popped up in the LSU game. Right. We've known this all year. Right. And one of the things that there was a big grub thing that I'd read before he got here was how creative he was and how he made adjustments. Yeah. And I don't feel like we're making adjustments. And Nick's point up here was one, we saw that in FSU, like I said, in other places. We do something early that works, and then it's just like we go away from it. Florida State, we actually ran the ball well for that first drive, and I don't think we ran again. So
you're about right.
Well, then we had like 40 yards rushing that first quarter against Florida State, or if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, and then we just kind of went away from it, and I don't know. It just feels like there's just no continuity to what we do, and. I mean, Cuevas is like a walking first down, and it seems like he gets like one pass. You know what I mean? Like every other quarter, there's a Cuevas catch. Against South Carolina, what was his line? 3 catches for 18 yards, but the man had a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. I'm like, dude's a walking bucket. And
if you look at that, Herb, on the pass to Horton, there was one to Cuevas.
Yeah,
both of those passes, Ty had to throw. That Horton one, they thought that he had took it from him or whatever, the pick. They thought they had the pick. You know what I'm saying? When he caught it and they were fighting for it out of bounds right there.
Right.
That was a money throw. The Cuevas throw, Cuevas was running, in the bucket.
Oh, my God.
Cuevas was just like,
that
was
throw,
nice. Yes.
It don't matter. Dude, that could have been me. That could have been anybody out there. I mean, my 8-year-old daughter, 9-year-old daughter, either way, she could have went out there and just stuck her arms out and it would have fell in there.
Yeah,
that thing was in a basket, baby.
That was an NFL throw. That's an NFL.
And I will say this. I'm going to bring that up to bring this up. What Hunter said. It's like we do go away from it. We do it, but then also, Hunter, but I think what happens is what I just said. It's such a contested throw catch thing that they get a little scared to kind of to push the envelope to try it again. You know what I'm saying? Because you keep pushing, eventually you might get the pick. So that's that. I like that point though.
We outsmart ourselves. We think they're going to stop it, so we stop it before they can stop it, and then it's
sometimes I seriously think that's the way Ryan Grubb is thinking, because he is a really, really smart guy too. And obviously, people can say what they want about these coaches, guys, but they are smart guys.
Yeah, we have a great staff. We honestly have a great staff. So.
And we're gonna bring Jay up, guys. We got Jalen Collins joining us real quick, guys. So without further ado, that man is Mr. LSU. That man is DBU. All right. That man is Raw Room host. That man gets down on all types of channels. He's at stadiums. You're gonna catch him anywhere in the SEC. If it's the biggest game of the week, that man's there. Welcome in. That man, JCJ Collins. What's up, big dog?
How you doing?
What's going on, gentlemen?
How you doing?
What's
we
up,
doing
man?
good.
Sorry,
we doing
we're
good.
doing good though.
Hey, I thought I didn't see what I said was, bro. I said, bro, probably it's on Eastern time. I'm on Central, and I didn't know if we was on the same time or not.
Oh no, we on the same time. We on the same time.
Cool.
It's just been a long weekend. We driving everywhere.
Man, you good, big dog? You good? All right, we appreciate you joining us here, bro. And what we was just doing, we was talking about the offensive struggle for Alabama to find a rhythm. I'm gonna let Domo give his little quick his thoughts on it real quick. He's gonna break it down. We're gonna come back and I'm gonna do a run with you, man, on what you thought about last night and stuff like that. But Domo, before we move on from this topic, let's talk about it, because this offense for Alabama right now. Now I'll credit, and I was gonna say this even before Jay was on, and me and Herb has said this already all season. LSU's defense is great, and I said LSU's defense is one of the best in the country. And then here I am surprised that we can't move the ball on them like I thought we could.
Yeah.
But it's because
I posted that last night.
I know.
It's like we forgot when we got to this game. They got a top defense. No, it's you got to give respect. Respect's due. So for sure.
You do. So, Damo, what's one adjustment you think this offense could have made maybe earlier in the game to maybe get a better flow of things? Because we could get a drive, and then the 4th and 1, they stop us. And then we get something going, and they stop us. And then we get something going, and they stop us. And that first 3 points was by luck. The defense I wouldn't say by luck. Let me rephrase that because he punched the ball out. That was a steal that the defense gifted us. We didn't drive down there and steal those 3. You know what I'm saying? So the game actually was closer.
We went backwards on that drive. I think we lost 2 yards and then kicked the field goal. So we should have just kicked it on first down if that's what we want to do.
So, Domo, what's one adjustment you would have made in this game right here versus LSU, maybe earlier on in the game?
I'm not gonna lie. So when they said that we were gonna see like the deep air attack, they did not lie. We were seeing some shots, but I kind of think that I would have stuck with that. You know, LSU defense, they did play us really great. They did. That's part of the reason why I wasn't really too upset because hey, we're playing they're still one of the best defenses in the country. Nobody's gonna tell me different at all. But you could see like on the deep ball shots, guys were getting open, creating separation. Okay, Ty was just either underthrowing them or overthrowing them. You know, I also think that this has really it's gotten to me all season. When it comes time to get a play in or run the play or line up, it's like we don't know what we're doing and we're wasting time
man.
Out. We're taking what 15, 20 seconds just to get lined up. You know, so I think we got to find a sense of urgency on offense as well. You know what I'm saying? And then it's just the run game, bro. I don't know. I have no words for the run game right now. So that's just it. It is what it is. But honestly, I think we should have just kept going downfield more. That's what I think we should have done. Because you've seen there was success there. The plays just weren't happening. So if you keep attacking it, eventually it's going to start being successful. So,
now I got worried though a little bit now because we was hitting them down the field and the LSU DBs was right there though. Now it was right there. Now those couple with the Ryan Williams and another thing about Ryan Williams, let me talk about this in a minute. I saw a comment we'll come back to. I could throw the ball at Ryan Williams' waist and that man will jump up in the air and catch the ball. All right, that man has to leave his feet. I don't know why he thinks he's got to leave his feet every day in time. Sometimes he ain't got to. And I just see him doing them jumps. I'm like, bro, you didn't even have to do all that, dog. Like, you know, but, you know, I mean, obviously he knows more than I know. But I think that's something we'll talk about that. I saw a comment. I pinned it from Hunter about the Ryan Williams slump. We'll come back to that. Jay joining us tonight, guys. If y'all don't know who Mr. Collins is right here, guys, this man is from the Raw Room podcast. He is the host there. He is also a former LSU DB. Back, was it 2011, 12, 13? Something like that?
2011 to 15,
15, okay, so 2011 to 15. And also, that man played at the Atlanta Falcons. That man had covered some Julio Jones. He can talk about some of that at some point in time. I remember we talked about that before. That was, I remember you telling us about covering him. That was wild. So, Collins has been in this rivalry. He's played it firsthand. You know, and from your experiences, we're going to dive right into it right here from the inside experience from being at the LSU, former NFL perspective right here too, kind of like thing. How is it and what's the pressure like for an LSU player going into Tuscaloosa, a hostile environment, just saying for if Bama went to Death Valley, you know what I'm saying? Same thing, great atmospheres. What's something that you maybe the mentality that you have to have going into this?
That's a great question. I mean, everybody knows this rivalry. If you follow college football, it's with the SEC, especially. This is one of the biggest games of the year that everybody's looking forward to when they see LSU and Bama facing off wherever it's going to be in Tuscaloosa or in Baton Rouge. It's going to be one of those games. So for guys coming into that game, especially for our team, coming off of the bye week and the front office changes for our football team, our program, it was big for us to come out and try to fight and bring back that old demeanor that we know as LSU fans or Bama know us to be, our identity that we usually have when we show up for these games. It was big for those guys to show up and just display that fight that we always know from our football team and our program. and try to get back to that winning style of football that we used to playing.
Y'all
Of course,
didn't back down at all last night.
no, yeah,
Y'all
and that was
played
that
great.
was that was one of the big things that I was harping on when people ask me, what are you looking for? What are you expecting out of this team? Can I get a prediction? This and that. And I'm like, if I'm being completely honest, I don't want to give y'all no predictions because we're not in a position um for us to be feeling like we can go in here and win this game. If we do go play, our brand of football and have some success on offense, yes, we can be in the game. Like we saw, we was in the game, but it's a lot of other things that we're working through to as
Right.
far as the offensive side of the ball to go out and try to win this game. So I just wanted us to go out there and play good, show some fight, and at least be in the game and losing by 11 points and being down 8 at one point in the fourth quarter. I mean, that's really all I asked for. Our defense, like JC said, our defense showed up. I mean,
For
in
sure.
top teams in the country to 20 points.
Mm-hmm.
And both touchdowns came in the first half.
Yep.
And the rest of that was just field goals. And so for the defense side of the ball, I feel like we played really well, especially missing some of our top pieces out there.
Hey,
Um,
bro, the backup quarterback, like bro said right here,
yeah,
Junior,
DB,
he came
Yeah,
in
he
with
can't.
some
Yeah, he was doing his
juice.
thing, bro. I can't lie. He
That
was
boy
doing
had
his
some
thing, bro.
juice.
right?
I
And
said,
so
man, dog,
Bro,
man,
right,
he
and
like
this
Marcel Reed, bro. He remind me of little
right,
Marcel Reed,
yeah,
little scatty.
right, and this is something I talked about with people at the game, some Bama fans as well, and some of our LSU fans when I was down there in Baton Rouge when we played A&M.
mhm,
It's then got to a point where, and my buddy, my other LSU alum, Barry Fahuko said it really well earlier this year that NIL is going to hurt. It's going to get to a point where NIL hurts a lot of programs because you're going to see teams stick with a guy that might not be playing well, but we dealed out so much money to him,
Mm,
yeah.
we can't really justify taking him out yet.
Mhm.
But
Are you
at the
talking
same,
about Florida or
mm.
are you just talking in general?
well, I'm
I
talking about us for
yeah,
nuts, but
Nuss.
really,
I was about to
really,
say
Okay.
really,
Nuss.
really
Okay.
all year. I mean, he come out and he played well the first game, I would say first 4 games. He played his best game was probably the first game, and then it was kind of a struggle from there on out. But yeah, I feel like with all the stuff that we learned throughout that situation for our offense and with Nuss
Mhm.
and he's hurt. He's been hurt. He's been dealing with this, da da da, and then him struggling on the field as well. Us having offensive line struggles. I'm like, at the Texas A&M game, I'm like, all right, well, at some point, we have got to stop believing that Nuss is gonna be the one to get us over the hump when
Right.
it's obvious that they're putting him in a bad position as a quarterback and a leader of our team for him to succeed. Like we know the guys, well, have known the guy's been hurt all year, but we expect him to go out there every week,
Yeah.
even with a struggling O line and make plays and make throws
Ryan
down the
Williams too.
field.
Yeah, I feel
Mhm.
you.
And it's
Hmm.
like, well, at some point, like he's scared back there in the pocket. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't want to get hit, but he's been getting hit all year because the guys
Yeah.
in front are struggling to block. We got guys hurt on the O line. So I was like, for us, for our team, like, yes, this is not what we want to see. We had a whole bunch of talks going into the season. Some people had us pegged to be in the last game at the end of the season. It's like we have all these expectations, and so it's like we want to try to see that to fruition, or at least try to save my job. I can't pull him and put the other guy in, but it's like
Mhm.
our team's not getting any better, and we're really hurting this specific player's entire football career if we're going
Mhm.
out there and asking him to play hurt and make some superstar plays when he doesn't have one the I guess the trust in his offensive line, because you see that when he goes back there and he's shaky and he's trying to
Yeah.
he doesn't know what to do, and then he just takes a crazy sack. So I feel like it would have made sense for us to probably after week 4, week 5,
Make that change early.
yeah, make the
Move on.
change. And if Nuss was really the guy that we wanted to right the ship and lead our team, well, at some point y'all would have been like, okay, well, shit, he's not right now. Let's sit him so he can get better. But
right.
yeah, no.
Can I ask you a question about that too?
Go ahead.
Do you ever, especially you being a defender, do you ever lose the locker room when you don't pull? Like the defense is doing their job each and every week,
That's a good question.
and your offense is not getting it done, and they won't pull the quarterback. Do you ever lose the locker room when stuff like that happens?
Okay, so I don't think that you always do in this situation. It's more on, I guess, like the player and how he handles the situation. Like Nuss. I know the guys on the team still rock with Nuss, and there's a lot of fans that still believe him in as well. But what he's been putting out there on the field, everybody's like, all right, well, it's time for somebody else to step in and take these reps and try to do it for our team. But as players, that's not really, it's not really always like as cut and dry as like, oh, he's not playing well, we're not going to start him. Like I said, with the NIL and stuff, it's like, okay, well, our team feels like he's the best option, so we can't really do anything about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been on teams before where we feel like the best guy isn't starting at quarterback. And you just kind of got to rock with it. It's not like, oh, we don't believe in Nuss or we're going to turn our backs on him or anything like that. The only instance that I feel like that would be the case is if Nuss was going out and playing bad, but then doubling back and throwing his team under the bus. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that would be the only case where you would lose the locker room from a quarterback like that.
Well,
makes a lot of sense.
I want to add a question in here, like if I can.
Go ahead.
So, how frustrating does it get when I say like last night, right? As a defensive guy, so how frustrating does it get, and what do you say when, as a defense, you're constantly doing your job, but the offense is not really picking up their slack? So, say you get a 3 and out, but you're right back out there like 30 seconds to like a minute later. Like, what is the mindset? Like, what do you say in a situation like that?
And that's the tough part about football, because we're all a team sport, and we can't do it without each other. And as a defense, I know that's one of the tougher positions to be in, because I've been on teams like that. I've been in that situation multiple times where we feel like the defense kind of runs the team. It drives us during games and stuff like that. And when we're playing well on defense and we have to be out there longer, and then the offense isn't having success, it's tough because you want to be, when you see one of your teammates messing up, you want to keep them accountable. Hey, let's pick it up, da da da. But during the game, it's tough when, okay, boom, offense go have 2, 3 and outs. They come back, 4th and 1, get stopped on 4th and 1. And then, next drive, they have a turnover. It's tough when you're in that position, because you can't, like, sometimes you got to be careful with the reinforcement that you give your teammate. It's tough when you like, all right, man, y'all bullshitting. Like if you go the negative way or try to get onto them, that could create. That's when you see the guys, barking at each other on the sideline, and it's like, okay, well, the team look like they're in dysfunction. They're not playing together. They don't have each other's back. So like the best thing in that instance is really just to go out there and focus on your job. Hey, y'all, don't worry about it, we got your back. We're gonna go out there and make it right. Because it's like, if you trust your teammates, okay, boom, they might have a few bad series. It might have been back to back. It might have been the whole first half. But as long as we go out there and keep trying to play, we can't get 3 and out every time, but at least if we give up anything, let's make it a 45 plus field goal that they have to make to try to get some points. So it's a tough situation, but you gotta remember, like, my boys is out there doing the best they can, and it might some of the stuff might be out of their hands as far as play calling and stuff like that. So
when it comes to that, Jay, I like to call that politics of football.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like the workplace, like when you at a job or you doing something in like real life situations, like you may be able to say something to somebody, but like, what's the recoil effect of that? Like when you need stuff to be kosher, though, to keep all, you know what I'm saying? Like, if that makes it's like, so it's the same thing with the locker rooms, man. There's adults in there. It's a duty. It's like a guy world. Obviously, it's a dude world. So it's, probably, language is probably pretty loose. But,
for sure.
I think at the same time, though, when you look at those things, man, I talked about this right before you got on. Like, the chemistry and camaraderie of teams is a huge thing that don't show up on stat lines.
Right.
You don't see that this guy next to me, you don't see how much we've spent the last 6 months of our life on the left and right of each other in this huddle. And we blood, sweat, and tears throughout the summer, spring training, and fall training, camp. We're here. We're under the lights. 100,000 plus people in the stands screaming. Nobody knows that moment of you getting there. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people don't see that. And I think that's something that gets left out of that right there. And hey, so one thing while we got you two here, Jay, it's a topic we got tonight, and I'm going to step right into it right here. Defense stepping up in big moments. I want you to talk about Alabama's for a second. For what you know, at least, and I'm pretty sure you've seen enough to know a little bit about them. JB, from a I was looking at DB, trying to speak too fast.
Yeah.
From a DB standpoint, what are you seeing from this Alabama secondary? Do you think they're helping close out games right now? Are they a big piece on why Bama's defense is harder to score touchdowns on? Because when we get in the red zone, we clamp down. We're bend don't break type defense. We'll let you get down the red zone, but then you're gonna kick a field goal. And we're pretty good with that. Is there something that you see that's making this unit so tough to score on?
I mean, honestly, it's really what you expect to see from an Alabama defense.
Minus week one.
Yeah, I was gonna say minus week one.
Yeah.
I can honestly say that Alabama's defense has played some of the best football that I've seen, across college football this year. And I've watched the different game. I want to say it was Mizzou. Watched the Mizzou game. I was there for the game in Athens.
Oh yeah.
So
that was lit.
I've seen a lot of football from Alabama this year, and their defense has definitely been stepping up in big moments. And you asked for the DB specifically for this game. I mean, they were making plays all over the field. I mean, being there, being there to contest some throws, you know what I'm saying? Being able to back, get your hand in there and break up a pass. I mean, that's really big for your defense. Knowing it, you might be struggling running the ball on offense, and then the other team struggling to run the ball as well. Like, okay, well, this game's gonna be played in the air, and there was a lot of plays that y'all were making that I mean, look, it's really just sound football from Alabama. Really.
Hey, who's number 14 on y'all's team? Is he a tight end or wide receiver?
Trey Dez, tight end.
So that play, that was money. That was money. I was money.
And I'm right there, and that was one of the big things for us. I know if we're going to be competing in a game, if we're going to have an opportunity to win for our offense, 14 has to get the ball. And that was one of the things we did not do. He got maybe 3 targets all night, and that's atrocious.
He looked like a freak athlete, dog. He is huge.
He is
huge.
And
the time they threw the ball to him, we have a 6'3", 6'4" DB. We have a huge DB on him, right? So he's able to size them actually. Right. But any other time you would have had another DB on him. I mean, Damani's I think 6 foot. There's other guys 5'9", 6 foot, but he's like Dejon Lee, true freshman, 6'4", 6'3", 6'4".
Right.
Depends on how the measurements go, that type of stuff. He's a big body DB though, and quick. And hell, for a second, I thought Buddy had it because the way Dijon had to like go back and like
Right, yeah,
bingo
he
it,
did. The
like,
ball
you
wasn't it
know.
wasn't it wasn't the greatest ball, but the DB definitely made a great play, being able to shoot right on the sideline there when that play happened. Just seeing it, and I was like, I mean, their DBs were always in great position. I mean, it wasn't ever. I think there might have been one or two plays where we had a guy, kind of behind the defense, and if they did catch
Right.
it, y'all tackled them right away.
Yeah.
But other than that, I mean, y'all's DBs were, real sticky yesterday and made a lot of great plays. Not for nothing in the run game, and then on that punch out, I'm not 100% sure if that was a DB, but I feel like that was the safety that came in and
Yeah.
made that punch out.
Hill Green had
was a
one.
linebacker. It was a linebacker.
41.
Yeah, Hill Green had one.
41. Yeah, he punched it and
Bray had the
recovered
one,
it
I think, that
because-
went for 10 yards.
Yeah.
Right. Talking about too.
Yeah, and that was the one, and then y'all ended up
Okay.
gaining yards on that.
Yeah.
that day.
Oh, yeah, okay,
I was like,
yeah.
but
But
you know, yeah. Go ahead, bro.
But I was just gonna say, it was one of those games, hard fought game between LSU Bama, a lot of defense being played on both sides of the ball. And I mean, y'all just had the plays on the other side of the ball for offense. You know what I'm saying? Y'all had that edge. Y'all had a few of the explosives, and then y'all were able to hit when y'all needed, especially in the kicking game. I mean, we both missed a field goal, but y'all were
We don't
able
want to
to
talk
keep
about it.
y'all were able to keep
Man.
yourselves
That's a real
in
sensitive
field
topic
goal
right there,
range.
man.
And we were just talking about Dijon Lee, and he was the one on the edge of the field goal that made him. The kicker saw him coming, and it made him pull it when he did it because he had it. But when he saw Dijon Lee hit that corner, he pulled it, and I think Dijon spooked him a little bit. And I'll say that to say this: Dijon Lee's going to be a probably top 5 pick in a couple years when he does go to the league. Just size, speed, and he's playing at a high level right now at a power group 4 team now.
He's already on the freshman of the year semifinalist list. So he's doing his thing.
Definitely gotta watch that. Domo, what do you feel this defense is? Do you feel like the defense is carrying the identity right now for the team? What's the energy like on that side of the ball? Because they keep answering it. Do you feel like that's why the defense is the identity as of late right here? These probably past 5 games, the defense has been in Kane Womack's hands to kind of almost close out the game or control the tempo of the game versus the offense.
Yeah. I think, the biggest thing that we're doing, in my opinion, is we're being more physical. And we are doing a better job of controlling the line of scrimmage. And that right there, when you control the line of scrimmage, that gives your linebackers the space to do whatever they want to do. You know what I'm saying? And we were rushing 3 and 4 and still getting home yesterday. Linebackers blitzing, being physical, safeties coming down, DBs tackling, making life hard. So honestly, I hate to say this, but it really reminds me of like a Saban team where you would think about a Saban team and you would think like defense first. Like you're gonna have a long night when like a Saban led defense is out there. So like I said, bro, they're answering the call every single weekend because you gotta think like their task of facing like a different style quarterback offense scheme every single week. So the fact that they are really answering the bell like that, and you can see them actually getting better and they're getting more physical, like week by week, man, it's scary. And that is a defense that you want to have going into the back half of the season. So yeah.
That is a great defense you want to have, especially in this back half. And also, I'll say Bama hasn't played a full 4 quarters on offense. Our defense is pretty close to playing it, minus the first drive. Our defense, just the first drive is just like it's like a boxing match. We got to do a couple of elbows, kind of push you around, kind of feel what we're doing here, take a lick or two, and it's like, all right, cool, we know what you're doing now.
I also
Bob and weave, baby.
So with the quarterback change, I said, okay, the quarterback that's in there now, he's a little bit more mobile, or not a little bit. He's a lot more. Yeah, he's a lot more mobile than Nussmeier was. So I was like, let's see what the defense does here. And it's like, man, they didn't flinch at all. So yeah.
Yeah, there was a couple of moments where he kind of got free, and I think that's where the defense was trying to be like, all right, so this ain't nuts.
What we
This is a different guy.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
this is a different guy. And he got free right there. Herb, wrap us up on this topic right here. When you see that kind of defensive grit, how much confidence does it give the offense knowing these guys have your back?
Yeah.
No, I think it's huge. You know, you don't have to press as much every time on offense. You know, it's like you said, kind of getting back to our old style of like, look, if this drive doesn't go well and we have to punt, then we're okay. Versus, all right, maybe we're taking an extra chance here or there, which you know can be good or bad for our offense. I also like the fact that this defense is being very opportunistic. I think early on, and maybe even in Florida State, the first guy to the ball was trying to go for the turnover instead of making the tackle. And you're seeing some of our biggest plays now are somebody else is tackling, and guy number 2 or 3 is coming and punching the ball out. I think that's just they're like, look, we're gonna make sure the play is made first. Yeah. Now, you know, because like the South Carolina one, that punch out wasn't by the person making the tackle, you know. So and Hill Green either. So I think they're just playing a little bit smarter. You know, we still have the laps once or twice a game where somebody's going to break off a 30-yarder. I think that's there's a prop bet out there for it. You should take the over every time.
Deron Payne just got ejected, bro. I didn't even know that.
Are they even still playing?
Yeah, Deron Payne just got ejected for punching Amon-Ra St. Brown.
I did see that.
It just came up on phone. I don't know why I had to say that, Herb. I'm sorry. It's a thing. Got to interrupt Herb. You know what I'm saying? I called Herb the other day.
I always try to.
And I said, hey, Herb, I just had to call you interrupt whatever you're doing. Bye.
I'm weak.
Jay, so that's an inside
joke. You
at
least got to tell him the story behind it.
That's what I was about to say. So Herb was talking one night. A lot of stuff was going on, and my wife was saying something to me right here at the same time, and then I was looking at something. Herb said something. I thought he was done, and I said, "All right, let's move on." Next time, Herb was like, "Oh,
damn, yeah."
Like, my bad, bro. My bad. I mean, good job, bro. I didn't interrupt you. So we will. I do like that though, Herb. Great way to put that though. The offense, knowing that these guys got your back right here. This will put us round us up, guys. Right here, I'll put us up on the last topic. Jay, I do want to hear you on this too, man, because I know you guys talk about stuff like this on Raw Room. And if you guys are not subscribed and you're watching right now, make sure you guys go to Raw Room on YouTube. Go to Twitter. Go to wherever you get your social media. Yeah, Raw Room podcast, guys, and they do some great stuff. That's actually how me and Jay ended up kind of linking here. They did a video of my 4th and 31 when I went crazy. And basically Jay was asking Dunlaps. He was like, hey, bro, is this how you act? Like, he was like, yeah, bro. And he's an Auburn guy. And he's like, no, this is accordingly. Like, this is how it is right now. And then we started chatting. I got up with Jay, told him how it was. Man, we've had him on the show a couple of times now. Jay, I want to know what you feel about. So closing it out right now. We know this team is in playoff position. Okay. Now, Coach DeBoer knows, you know, first thing to do, you got to stretch out this run right here. We got 3 games left. We got Oklahoma, Eastern Illinois. You know, that'd be a kind of get tune-up game, and then we got Auburn. So 2 SEC games, undefeated in SEC play. So listen, if Bama beats Oklahoma, Bama will secure a spot for the SEC title, because the Auburn loss then would only be 1 SEC loss, and we have a head-to-head over Georgia. Depending on what Georgia and Texas happens, that'll happen soon. A&M's probably going to be a shoe-in unless they lose to Texas at the end of the season. Now, if Texas ends up going. So, there's a lot of things happening. What do you think, Jay, about, you know, what does Bama need to fix before they hit this playoff push probably right here?
I want to say this is what y'all were kind of talking about when I first hopped on the call here. But y'all's team was, you know, it was questionable going on, like, all right, what's this defense gonna do? But they didn't came around. I feel like the main thing for y'all to be, you know, a true contender for that last game at the end of the year and have success in these playoffs is really just clean up the offensive. I don't want to. Well, I guess they're mistakes. I don't necessarily want to call them mistakes, but miscues for real, because the guys be in the right spot, but it might be a drop pass.
Yeah.
Well, I say it might be a drop pass. That's really the main thing as far as the drop pass. I mean, I know there's a thing with Ryan Williams. Specifically, he's not doing well this year as far as, bringing the ball in, securing the catch and stuff like that. I did see that this this past weekend yesterday. So he did have a few drops, but he did have a touchdown. So the main thing is really just securing the ball down the field. Georgia game, this game, y'all missed on. I want to say both games. You missed on 2 deep balls that, if the receiver had caught him, receiver had caught him, would most likely have scored a touchdown. And so, that's 14.7 or 14 points or whatever you want to call it. In 2 big time games for y'all. That Well, I would say both games were decided by less than 14 points or something like that.
Yeah.
So it's like capitalizing on when you'll have those opportunities to make explosive plays on offense, and then getting to the point where y'all are establishing the run game, so you have more opportunities to do
consistently, bro. Because there'll be a time we can run for 50 yards on this drive.
Yeah.
But then we just don't run. We can't run it
the
no
ball
more
anymore. Right. And
no more.
That's something that I've been just been kind of like, it's an adjustment to see as far as SEC football goes. Like, you'll see the teams, maybe they'll establish the run for, a quarter, maybe 2 quarters, maybe it's just a few series here and there, but like as soon as they pop off a good run, all right, well, for the next 6 plays, we're going to play action or we're going to throw it. And, we find ourselves 2nd and 10, 3rd and 12, stuff like that, because we're playing, putting ourselves behind the sticks and fighting against the down and distance every drive. It doesn't make sense. I mean, we did it ourselves last night. I mean, shoot, we're down, it was 8 points. It's 2nd and 10. Yeah, let's run a halfback zone, and we ain't got no lead blockers. We got one level single back here. Like, what is the reason? What is the reason? And
no rhyme or reason.
Yeah, but so cleaning up the inconsistencies on the offense and capitalizing on the big plays, that'll definitely, and establish a run, that'll definitely do it. Put y'all in place to, control y'all's own destiny.
I like those, Jay, right there. A great way to put that, especially the consistency running the ball, bro. That's one of the best ones, bro. And I know you busy, dog. So if you want to hop off, bro, you more than welcome. I want to go and get you out the way, bro. I know you got a lot going on, man. We do thank you for joining us.
I got one quick one, real quick. Are you sad that or not sad, but did you agree with having Alabama and LSU off the schedule?
No. I talked about this plenty of times. I mean, even this year we had some discrepancies about it, for our show, because both DB and Bates are Auburn guys, and we don't play anymore. But having the permanent opponents year to year, I was, we got Arkansas. We got Arkansas, Texas A&M,
and A&M.
Yeah, and I'm like,
it's like they did it regional, bro. If you look at it, LSU touches all those states. So I felt like that's what it was.
I don't necessarily like it. I mean, in my opinion, they should have just kept the divisions and did the split the right way, because there's no reason that, you got one Mississippi school. Well, hold on, wait. They had it split a weird way. I want to say where like Texas A&M was in they were on the west, right?
Yeah. A&M was on the west, and Missouri was on the east. And then when they added Texas and Oklahoma, we went no divisions. It was just straight up a run.
They messed it up. I want to say when I going on the NCAA and doing the custom schedules, I'll switch it back. One of the teams that was on the East or whatever should have been in the West to make it. I can't
regional.
remember.
I know what you're talking about.
Right. make it look right because it's a
Why can't I
Probably
think of
thinking
it right now?
division, but they were a team on the west side, and it didn't really make sense. But
Missouri.
that
It was
was
Missouri. It was Missouri.
That's what I just said. Missouri. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Missouri.
I'm sorry. I was sitting there. I was thinking in my head. I'm over here
Right.
thinking in my head. I'm like,
JT
why
wanted
can't
to
I
make
say
sure
it?
he got the answer.
right.
I'm thinking super hard.
Right. But yeah, so they messed it up. It was messed up before, but kind of going to where it is now, and we're playing Alabama every other year. Um, it's a little weird. I don't like it. Some of the teams I feel like, all right, well, they got the luck of the draw with the permanent opponents. I mean, when it's Bama's got State,
Tennessee and
all
Auburn.
Tennessee and Auburn,
Yeah.
which is not too bad. But like Vandy, they got
Tennessee.
Tennessee and
I know they got
Kentucky.
Tennessee.
Is it Tennessee? I think I want to say it's either Georgia or Florida on there as well.
Yeah, it is one of them, and I can't remember
So it's
theirs as
like
much.
theirs is a little thrown off because it's like, all right,
I did not know they got this.
let's be for real now. But yeah, so
Whoa.
it's a little weird with the permanent opponents and rotating every so often. I don't necessarily like that. But we're gonna see how it works, man. It's this playoff situation with the 12 teams and how the committee's been doing it. It's still interesting, of course, and still kind of developing something new because last year they kind of messed it off for real, for real. It don't make no sense for all the teams to get a bye week to get cooked.
To get blown out,
To get cooked like that.
I also
that
think
was
the
sad.
semis. I don't think I think that the second round should be home playoff games for the top four seeds. You see what I'm saying? So like
I do.
5, 6, 7, 8. I mean, obviously a home team can still lose, but I think the highest seed should always have the home playoff game until we go to the Natty and wherever we put the Natty at.
Yeah.
I think it would be interesting
like
to have the Natty on campus at the
He
best
said
seated
home
school.
campus.
That would be. Think
That
about
would-
that.
That
Think about
would
that.
be that would be it would be
It'd be a different
interesting.
level. The only
And it
thing
would-
was be like if Northwestern made the Natty one year and their stadium couldn't
And they
hold.
take it from them.
Right.
Yeah,
JT's on the
like-
committee, like, yeah, we're not
Yeah,
going
like-
to
Yeah. Because think about it, you can only fit. I mean, I don't know how many people. I'm gonna ballpark in my
You
head.
got to make that
50 to
call. I ain't
60,
making that
70
call, JT.
thousand.
Well,
I mean,
Yeah,
that-
no, that would get a little tricky. That would get a little tricky. I mean, it's always interesting how they do this stuff, and definitely ways that it could be changed. But it is. I do feel like there's some room for improvement on how they structure the playoffs and who gets what and stuff like that. It's definitely some tweaks that could be made. But I mean, hopefully, we get to the end of this season and we don't have any huge discrepancies where people are like, oh, this team shouldn't have got in, and stuff like that. Hopefully it'll be cool. And I guess this is the last thing that I wanted to say before I got off of here. And it's been a interesting year for us because we've been getting to travel and go to the different stadiums and experience them as fans and not players and stuff like that. So getting to see the whole game day experience and stuff like that. And I want to be on record here and give my props to Tuscaloosa, Alabama. All the Crimson Tide fans out there. It's us and Bama up here at the top, and then everybody else.
I'm telling
you got another 5-10 levels before we even in the same conversation. It was a great time out there. I like how the game day atmosphere is set up. Everything's kind of central to the stadium, how it is in Baton Rouge. You don't really have to go too far. I mean, everybody was great. It was a lot of respect, even though it was a lot of shit talking between us two teams, but there's a lot more respect for one another amongst the players, the fans.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody that's involved. Everything was it was a lot of chirping back and forth and this and that, but everything was in good fun, and the hospitality was great. And I got to see the facilities and stuff like that, and really got to see, the whole vibe over there. And I ain't gonna lie. Tuscaloosa Day, it's a nice atmosphere over there. I gotta
Next
give
year,
my
I'm gonna link with
respects.
you, bro. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to a game together. We're gonna take you to Rammer Jamma. We're gonna take you to
Yeah.
a couple places to eat and stuff like that too,
Okay,
man.
bet.
There's some good spots to eat up there, bro. Oh man, there's some good
Yeah.
spots to eat.
Yeah,
Herb,
and that was
Herb
one
used
of
to
the
live in that areas. He knows a lot
that
too.
yeah, that was
Mhm.
one of the things I got to like getting everything planned a little late, and I was hoping that you was gonna be out there, but you said you had some
Yeah,
some things
a
come
lot
up.
of
So
stuff fall through, bro.
right,
Yeah,
right.
that was
But
one of the games I planned on being at, but some things fell through. But the devil don't always win because I got a lot of stuff planned that's coming up here too, though.
well, there you go, there you go. But yeah, man, it was a great time. I'm definitely looking forward to being back at some point in time. We gotta wait another
I got to get out
two
to an
two
LSU
years
game. Never
for
been to
that
one.
game
Yeah.
for sure. Well, yeah, no, definitely gotta have that link up for sure. The LSU game. I mean, we definitely make that happen. We're doing a lot more games next year as well. So,
That's
we
good.
we'll be tapped in. We can have
And
something worked out.
AJ, before we let you go, let the people know where. Oh, actually, before I do that, I had to say this
Hmm.
because I ain't talked to you since we did this. When
Hmm.
we got beat by Florida State, you had hit me up on Twitter. Was like, "Boy, you good?" Da da da. I was like, "Man, I'm
Yeah.
hurt, man." You was like, Jay, literally, this is his words, bro. Bro said, I feel like a little bit bad, but
Mhm.
not a lot." And I
But
said, "That
not
little
too
bit's
bad
me." I was like, "That little bit's for me," and he was like,
right
"Yeah, that's
now.
about
Yeah,
it, bro."
right.
That was funny, bro. Before we go though, Jay, man, let the people know where they find you at, bro. What you got going on at Raw Room, man. You done told them about the games y'all are at and
Yeah.
stuff like that, man. But let them know where they can find you at, big dog.
Yeah, y'all tap in with us on the socials, man. It's raw__room on all socials. That's YouTube as well. Y'all be sure to check out this week. We dropping I guess the vlog from this past weekend.
Mhm.
We was out there with the fans. Saw my boy Tony out there. I saw Landon, AJ. I saw a bunch of the guys out there. Um, and it was a lot of love from the Tide fans out there that know the show and rock with us, and we even got some new guys, some new roomies as well.
Okay.
And then yeah, if y'all want to tap in with me on y'all can follow me on IG. It's JayCar_32. And yeah, man, tap in with the boy.
Yeah, for
Hey,
sure.
y'all hit my man Jay up. Follow Raw Room Podcast, bro. Thank you for joining us, bro. We're
Yeah, I
gonna have you
appreciate
back
y'all,
on
man.
later on down the road,
Appreciate you, bro.
man. Appreciate you having
Mhm.
us, big dog.
All right, y'all.
Yeah, we'll see you, bro. So, Domo, Herb, wrap us up right here. What do you think Bama needs to do for this playoff push? Domo, hit us here. Herb, wrap us up. What's something we need to fix going into this right here?
I'm gonna just keep mine short. We gotta get this run game going. Okay. We hitting the point where now, hey, we gotta put a real emphasis on running the ball. So fix the run game, man. Get the chemistry right. Get the play calling right. Stop taking 20 seconds to call the play and get ready. And hey,
Definitely.
man, show some energy on the offensive side of the ball, bro. So that's really all I got for that right there. But we fix
Definitely
them,
the
man. We're gonna be a team to be reckoned with. I'll tell you that. So yeah,
energy, bro.
yeah,
Energy is a big one to me.
yeah.
Not saying we're lacking it right now, but
You
if
can
you
see
flat, man,
you can see yesterday,
you
man. It was
play
very
like that.
flat. It was very flat yesterday. So yeah.
Yes. Herb,
Mhm.
wrap us up right here. What is something that Bama needs to fix before this playoff push right here, brother?
We keep saying offense, and I'm just going to stick with that theme. And I think the defense is headed in the right direction. Maybe there's a couple things to clean up on that side, but mostly offense. So
Yeah.
I'm going to say my two things. One, let's get some continuity here. Okay, decide on the line and let's have the same 5 starters for the next 3 games. Whoever they are, whoever you rolling with. Like if Formby's your guy, just have him be the
Agreed.
starter
Mhm.
and just roll with it. Like we might not like it, right?
With a catch.
I mean, yeah. Guys got great hands, man. The offensive line doesn't drop passes. But if they the guys, then let them be the guys,
Yeah.
and roll with it however it is. And number 2, decide on a running back rotation. Is Daniel Hill just bad at pass pro, but he's great at everything else? Get him on the field more. get him some, designated touches. Don't have him out there and we're not running any pass plays when he's out there because it's a liability. Fix it, but figure it out. But at some point, the team needs to know, okay, these are the 5 guys I'm rolling with, and this is the next running back. Like this whole thing with Riley in and out, that didn't make a whole lot of sense. The Daniel Hill pops up, but then might be like 4 or 5 carries in the next game. Like decide on the rotation and stick with it. Let's get some continuity on offense.
I definitely say that, and like a consistent. I say it every week, almost like a broken record. Consistency, because like if you can do something, good every now and then, but there's not a rhyme or reason or consistency to it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's tough. Maybe that's what some of Richard Young's problem are, consistency. Maybe he's good at times because we've seen him on the field be good. I mean, but then there's times, not. So there'll be a lot of things to look at there. I like that point, though, Herb. Domo, great way to look at yours, too. And I think Jay said it great, too, right there, talking about explosive plays and the run game. And I think fixing both of those are very huge to push us down the stretch. So, guys, thank y'all for joining us tonight. Herb is literally about to do his weekly backflip for us before we end our show. Everybody, I'm going to give Herb the big
Everybody
screen.
just always tunes off before it happens.
Yeah. Everybody just leaves for Herb. But Herb always does this. He always does this. And before we start the show, he does a front flip to get us flipped up and get us going.
He does.
Y'all don't even know about this.
I do my part.
Yeah, he does his part. And Domo owns a real-life elephant, in case y'all don't know. So sound effects, when y'all hear the brrrr, it's real. Yeah. It's all real, okay? Thank y'all for joining us tonight. If you are not subbed, make sure you come over to the YouTube channel, guys. RollTide_Nation. We are live every Sunday night for Talk'N Bama at 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern. We are also live now on Thursday nights. Have a brand new show called Talk'N Tide Hoops. We're live at 7 p.m. Central Time on that, 8 p.m. Eastern Time on that one. And then
really, Domo?
Friday. Yeah, that boy's talking about himself. Friday. What we got on Friday nights, Domo?
We got. I'm sorry. Okay, so we got the Bama Blueprint. Okay, Friday nights Bama Blueprint. We got me. We got my guy Hunter. We got my guy Bentley. Man, it goes down every Friday. Man, y'all come talk ball with us, man. Let's go.
As long as they don't talk about running the ball, we're good.
Yeah, but
me and Herb are gonna go on StreamYard collectively Friday night. Y'all talk about running the ball, we're gonna end the stream.
Yeah,
that's done.
Domo, every time you tell me we gonna put up 40, we put up like 10.
or the running, like that time Hunter said, I'll take
that's their 250
rushing. I'll take 250 rushing. That time we
rushing for 40 points.
I'm just done doing predictions. I'm sorry.
No, predictions is not the thing. It's the running. I don't know what it is. I think we just all need to not talk about it. Yeah. Let's just not talk about it and see what happens. All right.
I'm with that plan.
We definitely better be able to hit 100+ rushing on Eastern Illinois. Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
I will, bro.
We're gonna hit 99.5.
I'll be mad. You get a half yard. Half. So, guys, Domo, let the people know where they can find you at. What you got going on, big dog?
Yeah, man. Well, overall, you can find me here on the best Bama network. Okay. You can find me Thursday night Talk'N Tide Hoops, man. Shout out to them boys. Got a top 5 victory over St. John yesterday. Okay, gonna get us another one this week. All right. Thursday against number 1 Purdue. All right. Friday nights, Bama Blueprint, me, my guy Hunter, my guy Bentley. Okay, and Sunday night Talk'N Bama. I always said with the best Alabama sports voices you are going to hear. And me and Hunter will be at the Eastern Illinois
game.
They
will.
Out there doing content, out there interviewing. So if you see us, come up and talk to us, man. Let's go.
Herb, what you and Raj got going on at the Herb and Raj podcast, man?
Herb and Raj podcast. Darnell's made an appearance this past yesterday. Man. He'll be making another appearance in the morning. Raj got to keep the neighbor in check. Otherwise, we are going to have a Oklahoma guy on this Wednesday, and then a friend of mine who also does podcasts will be in town this weekend, so we'll have some content coming from them. Okay. I might be at the Oklahoma game, so we'll see what kind of luck I can bring. Might be running around the stadium.
Now if y'all don't know what happened last year at the Oklahoma game, Herb and Raj went to the Oklahoma game.
But Herb and Raj were together and on the road, so
that is true. That is true. That is true. You got to break the curse. Yeah, you got to break the curse some type of way. However you do it, you do it.
So we hoping. So, man, that's it, man. Come check us out, Herb and Raj podcast.
Definitely great show.
Yeah, guys. Make sure y'all check them out, guys. Make sure y'all check us out right here as well, guys. Thank y'all for joining us tonight. If you missed it, guys, you're just joining, go back. Rewatch the show, guys. We had Jalen Collins join us. It was around the 20-minute mark, guys. He came in, gave us some great perspective and viewpoints on things that a lot of us may not see. He's a former LSU DB. He also knows this rivalry from a different viewpoint than we do as Tide fans. So it's a great way to see it, guys. It's awesome, man. Have a great night. Way to throw that in there right there. And we're going to end it just like that. Roll Tide. Oklahoma. We going to see you Saturday. We don't care about no Boomer Sooner. We don't care at all about anything that y'all doing, bro. When you come Saturday, 2:30 p.m. Central Time, the Tide going to be BTA on y'all.
Yes, sir.